Hello guys, welcome to my secret video where I'll be explaining you guys the 5-second rule and how that helped me climb to Challenger with 70% win rate on the lease. And with this strategy, I actually managed to get so many free wins by applying this, and I'm telling you, abuse this while you can, while not many people know about it, and make sure to do it really well. I'll be showing you guys some just quick examples on what I've been doing to these Diamond, Emerald, Challenger junglers. You can see here in these clips here that every single one of them, I'm basically waiting 4 to 5 seconds. I'm holding my smite and making sure to bait them in and make them think, oh, maybe he doesn't have smite. Pay attention to what I'm gonna do after them when I hold my smite, and this is how you're gonna get a huge advantage. And you can use the 5-second rule into Narnia strategy, and I'll show you how to do it step by step. And there's 3 levels to it, which is level 1 if they don't know about it, level 2 if they know about it, and level 3 if they know how to counter it. And I'll be showing each one what you should be doing and how you can replicate it yourself. Alright guys, in example 1, this was against Script Noob. So basically what the 5-second rule is that you basically want to make sure you start sweeper to make sure to clear the wards if they put any ward. As you can see here, this ward, I clear this ward before invading, and that's the first ward you usually want to sweep. Okay, second sweeper, you want to sweep it in the middle like this right here. Why is this? In the middle right here, you can start checking the wards, and you can check if you start a blue buff. The moment you confirm there's no blue buff here, because usually you would see a blue buff here, you can now count 5 seconds. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, as the enemy jungler, I will basically never smite the blue buff. Especially if you're winning 1v1, you see his HP in mine. Why do you wait 5 seconds? Because he gets chunked, he's leashing a gromp for you. So now you can actually save your smite. And because you save your smite, the enemy now is maybe thinking, oh, maybe I can contest it. So what do you do then? It's like, you never flash after him, by the way, just so you know. You let him go, you take his wolves, and then after you take his wolves, you walk in between the tower, and then you want to basically take his bot camps to him. And just so you know, if you want to walk in between tower, you see the rock right here with my mouse. Click on this one, then click on this one. It takes some practice, but it's very simple. So now, of course, you can do the 5-second rule into the Narnia strategy, but I'll explain this in later videos. Second example. So right now I'm playing against an Udyr, and basically what I'm doing here, same thing here, right? I basically sweep here, making sure there's nothing warded. In the middle, I start using my second sweeper. And then, okay, low-key middle. And then I check with blue buff, always hook the wall. Now I can confirm no blue buff. Now I count 5 seconds, but it's not actually 5 seconds. It's Udyr as well. Udyr does his camps super fast, so that's why I smited it a bit earlier. But you can see here, he's basically just giving me a free camp, and I take now 2 extra camps. Once again, you can see I'm walking in between the towers, and now what's going to happen is that I'm basically chunking him here, level 3 against level 2, and now I'll basically take his raptors here, once again. Now as well, I'm pinging my laners, and he can't do anything. He's level 3 against level 2. Now if the laners try to fight, level 3 against level 2, and I can just kill them here. So in the end, I end up killing the Leona here. Third example. Once again, a full challenge lobby, and just saying, this works even better in low elo. So right now, as you can see, I'm starting the raptors here, walking into the blue buff again. Once again, same thing. I'm showing multiple examples, so make sure you guys get it, okay? I sweep in the middle. I check if there's blue. There's no blue. So right now, I'm going to wait 5 seconds. And after waiting 5 seconds, I'm now going behind. He's leashing it for me perfectly. You see, I'm holding my smite. And as he's going for the next ult attack, I smite it. And a lot of people here would flash after him, right? But I personally don't even care about a kill. Of course, if I literally get the kill 100%, I'll flash over here, right? And then do the wolves. But usually, just take his flash, take his wolves, and then go into the enemy bot side. That is, in my opinion, really good. Because right now, once again, level 3 against level 2, what can he do here? And instead of fighting or doing the raptors here, I'm pushing him off all the way here. I'm basically not letting him farm here. And now he cannot do anything here, and he's just okay, how do I play? I can't. It's level 3 against level 2. He cannot do anything here. So what happens here is that not only does he lose his golems, here he lost his golems, he lost his raptors, and he lost his bot lane's life. So instead of taking red buff, I went for a bot lane dive here, okay? So basically, that's the thing about what you want to do. And now I'll show you another example of a different champion. So now I'm playing Hecarim, and I'm doing the exact same thing. I start sweeper, I win 1v1 against Viego, and I now check if there's blue buff. There's no blue buff. So now I'm hooking the wall. Why do I hook the wall here? to make sure he doesn't see me. Because imagine standing here and I go from here, he sees me. So I'm hooking all the way. And now the moment he tanked the camp a bit more, I go on him. In this case, I decided to all in him. So I smited the camp. 1 HP. I don't greed for the kill. And now, once again, I take his wolves. And I take his topside camps. Or I didn't take his topside camps because I didn't have smite, right? In this case. That's why having smite is really good. Next example. This is level 1 of the 5-second rule. I did like level 2 and level 3. So basically, I mean here, I wasn't sure if you start topside or bot side. And I didn't get sweeper here. So what did I do instead? I just checked. I was like, oh shit, he's on it. And my matchup wins against his matchup. So what do I do here? I don't smite the camp. Like on the Gromp, you always want to not smite it if possible. So I think I'm going to fight him here, you see? Here I'm just fighting him. I'm literally holding my smite here. And because I have my smite here, okay, look what happens. I get his wolves here. After I get his wolves, I basically get his raptors. And look here what I do. I basically chunk him. I don't care about the camp for now. I just chunk him. Why did I chunk him? Because this is like, I'm thinking about the bigger picture. I want to take his red buff and his golems. So this raptors is like for show, if it makes sense. By me chunking him, that allows him to like never fight me. So now in this situation here, right, I took the golems, and then I basically take, well, the Mundo's life. And now I basically take his golems here. I have my smite still, I'm not using it. Now I take his red buff. I still smite, level 3 against level 2. And now the enemy Volibear has 4 CS. And he's omega doomed. Level 2 of the 5-second rule. So you might sometimes wonder as well, what happens if like they don't start on their camp? Because so far I've shown you situations where the enemy team did their camps and started on that side and invaded. What is level 2 of the 5-second rule? Level 2 is basically they don't show and they don't know if you're on it. So what you can do here is like basically take his camps. After you take his camps, you have a few options. You can go A, either just like, you know, clear your boss camps. But let's say that he figured out that you're basically taking his bot side camps and he's going to your top side. You should, after taking this, defend this. After invading like this, in general, you want to stabilize and do a full clear. Because now basically he's only taking like these 4 camps, okay? So that's what you want to be doing in general if, let's say, the enemy team figured out later, he got cheesed. And this is like counter jungling and doing a full clear after. And you only go for a dive / gank if you're 100% sure you get something. If not, prioritize defending your camps, okay? Example 2. So right now you can see here, same thing. Enemy didn't show. I'm taking his camps. And right here, and the OP thing about this is that if they don't know you start bot side, they'll just be walking. They're right now on their wolves. And like as they recognize that on bot side now, it's too late to go from his wolves towards my top side. So he can't go from here all the way here. So what will I do after this play here? Usually what you want to be doing here is basing, going straight to top side, make sure he doesn't take everything, and path back into bot side. That's usually what you want to do. So you can see here, I'm basing instantly, going top side, defending my camps, and pathing back into bot side. So now I'll show you like, not a level 2 strategy, but like level 2.5, okay? I would highly recommend this if, let's say, you can't do too much and you win against enemy. So look here, okay? What you should do if you know that the enemy team is coming, because look, I have a ward on raptors, right? And in general, I always ask for a ward on raptors. Really important, because then you have all the information. And after I take this, what do I do? Instead of going back to my camps, what I'm doing here is that I'm going to go towards his wolves here, and I'm making sure that he's basically getting cheesed here. So what I do here, I wait a little bit till he uses his abilities on the wolves. The moment he uses spells and leash it for me, boom. I'm like, what's up, bro? So not only does it leash for me and lose a bit of HP, I can just freely smite this and get the camp here. So this is something you can do if you know that, let's say, enemy team is doing full clear, going to wolves. You can sit behind here and fuck him. If, let's say, I would be on the other side, I could do the same thing. I could do this, and then just try to jump on them here. But make sure you ping your laners to move in advance. If they don't move, that's completely fine. That's okay too. But this is like what you want to be doing. Okay, so before we get to level 3 though, what do you do if the enemy team knows you're cheesing? Imagine they know you're cheesing at the Gromp. What do? Let's say you played against someone and you know he might know that you are going to cheese him. Instead of doing the blue buff, okay, what you should do here is you should go to his wolves. Because good players will expect you to be going to the Gromp. So what will they do? They will go to his wolves. So if you think the enemy team somehow knows, instead of going this side and waiting 5 seconds, you should go towards his wolves. So if let's say you notice that people are catching up onto your strategy and you're doing wolves, instead of doing this, rush to the wolves, check it out. If it's not there, then go to the Gromp. And if the Gromp is gone, it is what it is, but you basically need to check this part. So that's what I do against people that know that I'm going to cheese. And I will just go to the wolves and fuck them up there instead of a Gromp. And now let's move to level 3. So what is the level 3 of the 5-second rule? So level 3 is basically if the enemy team knows that I'm going to invade here, they're smart about it, and they put an entrance ward in the top side. So here, I'm even literally asking in the chat. Look at the chat. I literally asked in the chat, do you know about the 5-second rule, Skewmont? Yes or no? He says yes. I wrote fuck. So basically, if the enemy team is like really smart and they know about it, and this is the correct way to counter it in my opinion, okay? You should start Raptors. If you see Elise passing in topside, you go to his botside camps. That is the correct play to do, okay? But now, instead of me going for invade, knowing that he knows that I'm gonna invade, I don't want to go to his topside camps. Why is this? Because I have Ezreal Blitzcrank against Janna something. So by me taking topside camps is not good because I can't get anything top and I have a volatile matchup bot lane. So instead of me now pathing towards the top side, instead, what am I doing? I'm just simply full clearing into the bot side. But now, because the enemy team is respecting, he's now going to path into top side here, okay? So knowing he's going to path into top side and he cannot invade my bot side, look what I'm going to do next. You see how I'm pinging that wave? Can dive. So right now, Gwen is pathing away from his win condition, which is bot lane. And now, because his pathing is like this, look what I'm going to do. I take all my camps, I take whatever I can, and I guess since my bot lane is bouncing the wave, I'm going for bot lane gank here. So here we killed the Jhin here, okay? So now what's going to happen next? Enemy Gwen's pathing is almost always going to be into the top side. So now Gwen should almost always be pathing bot in the top right, as you can see. So every single time there's a bot lane slow push, you see how I'm pinging the wave here? I will go for a dive here. So now I'm taking whatever camps I can. I'll just skip my Gromp. Basically right now, as you can see, I'm like looking for a dive here. Again. So because Gwen actually did the right pathing, but he's not pathing towards the win condition, I'm making sure I capitalize on his bot lane and perma-killed him. So now the bot lane lost like a lot of waves here. I just do the Drake here, same thing. Now I clear top to bot, Gwen should be going bot to top. And because he started bot side, right, his pathing is always going to be into the top side. So that way you can basically, well, get guaranteed place in bot lane here. Those are like the 3 levels to like the 5-second rule, which is level 1 is basically them not knowing. Level 2 is them knowing, then doing blue Gromp right, then you can cheese them. Or like as well, if they, let's say, don't know and they don't go there, you can just take 2 camps. But the most important thing is, if you think they know, going straight to his wolves instead of Gromp. That's very crucial, okay? And level 3 is like, if they literally know and they start bot side and put the entrance ward, you can literally just play normal, okay? But this only happens in Challenger, but in lower ELOs, I would say that you can usually apply level 1 and level 2. The level 3 strategy that I explained is mostly used in high ELO. In lower ELOs, not needed, but it's important to understand the levels to it and the cheeses, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In a future video, I'll be explaining the Narnia strategy, which is like a lot more advanced. But I'm excited to show that to you guys, and it's a much more fun way to play the game. Instead of playing PvE, you get to play PvP. And if you liked this video, subscribe, like, comment, whatever. But I appreciate all of you, and I wish you all a nice day.